Hey everyone, how you doing? Welcome to another Seth Say So video podcast edition. I hope you're all well. So as you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about British singer-songwriter who burst onto the scenes in 2001 and became an instant sensation, and that is Daniel Bedingfield. But as always, a very quick disclaimer: this video is purely done for entertainment, informational and commentary purposes. It's not to mock anyone, it's not to disrespect anyone. It is purely various information I found on the interwebs put together into one easy to digest video. So as always, we're going to keep it cute, we're going to keep it polite, we're going to keep it respectful, and let's get into the video. Daniel John Bedingfield was born in Auckland, New Zealand, and moved to England with his family when he was 3 months old. He is the eldest brother of fellow singers Natasha Bedingfield and Nicola Rochelle. According to encyclopedia.com, his family lived in South London, particularly Lewisham and Brixton. In a July 2003 interview with The Guardian, Daniel explained that he was a nightmare as a child, as he couldn't behave, he couldn't concentrate unless he liked the subject, he couldn't remember the rules, and was verbally inappropriate. At the age of 15, he was diagnosed as being hyperactive, and at the age of 18, he was given Ritalin to help with his hyperactivity, which he said transformed his life. He had friends, he was confident, and was making good money as a web designer. In 2001, Daniel Bedingfield burst onto the scenes with his hit single Gotta Get Through This, which reportedly was recorded in his bedroom in Brixton. Gotta Get Through This peaked at number 1 on the UK singles chart, spending a total of 3 weeks at the number 1 spot. The song stayed a total of 19 weeks on the chart. Over in the US, in 2002, Gotta Get Through This peaked at number 10 on the Billboard charts, spending a total of a staggering 21 weeks on the chart.
The single also did well overseas, peaking at number 10 in Australia, number 12 in New Zealand, number 14 in Denmark, number 27 in Belgium, and number 32 in the Netherlands.
In the same year, Daniel Bedingfield released his second single, James Dean, I Wanna Know, which peaked at number 4 on the UK singles chart, spending a total of 8 weeks on the chart.
The single also peaked at number 20 in Australia and number 23 in New Zealand.
Then in August 2002, Daniel Bedingfield released his debut album, Gotta Get Through This, which peaked at number 2 on the UK albums chart, spending an incredible 88 weeks on the chart. The album is certified 5 times platinum after selling over 1.6 million copies in the UK alone and 4 million copies worldwide. Daniel Bedingfield then released his third single, If You're Not the One, which is an absolute tune, which peaked at number 1 on the UK singles chart, spending a total of 1 week at the number 1 spot. In total, the song spent a staggering 28 weeks on the chart.
The single also did incredibly well overseas, peaking at number 1 in Denmark, number 2 in New Zealand, number 4 in both Sweden and Norway, number 11 in the Netherlands, number 18 in France, number 14 in Australia, and number 28 in Belgium.
He also made a guest appearance on Sabrina the Teenage Witch in the episode entitled The Lion, Witch and the Wardrobe, which aired in January 2003 in the US. In 2003, Daniel Bedingfield released another single from the album entitled I Can't Read You, which peaked at number 6 on the UK singles chart, spending a total of 12 weeks on the chart. Also in May 2003, If You're Not the One was gaining attraction in the US and peaked at number 15 on the Billboard charts, spending a total of 20 weeks on the chart. In the same year, Daniel Bedingfield released his 5th single, Never Gonna Leave Your Side, which peaked at number 1 on the UK singles chart, spending a total of 1 week at the number 1 spot. The song spent a total of 11 weeks on the chart.
The single also did well overseas, peaking at number 13 in New Zealand, number 15 in Denmark, number 19 in Norway, number 17 in the Netherlands, number 28 in Belgium, number 29 in Sweden, and number 30 in Australia.
Come to the end of 2003, he released another single entitled Friday, which peaked at number 28 on the UK singles chart, spending a total of 2 weeks on the chart. It was clear to see that in 2003, Daniel Bedingfield was at the height of his career. However, on the 2nd of January 2004, Daniel Bedingfield was involved in a horrific car accident in New Zealand. It was reported on MTV.com that Daniel was driving an SUV when it ran off the road and flipped over several times. Both Daniel and his friend, who was a passenger in the vehicle, had to be cut out of the vehicle. As a result, Daniel suffered a serious neck injury. Daniel's friend only suffered minor cuts.
However, according to an article in the Mirror in January 2021,
it was reported that Daniel's sister and fellow singer Natasha Bedingfield said that Daniel was just inches away from death. She went on to say that he had the whole weight of the car above his body as he lay upside down. If it had moved just 1 inch, he would have died straight away. In a statement to MTV in May 2004, Daniel said that he felt okay and was very grateful to be alive. He was still in hospital at this point, but was receiving rehabilitation. After coming out of hospital, he appeared on CD UK, where he explained that he was having physiotherapy for his neck injury. He also went into a little detail about the accident and the injuries he sustained. If you're squeamish, you may want to fast forward a little bit. He said that the roof came crashing on his head and he felt all the bones at the back of his neck snap and thought that he was dead.
So, I felt the roof crashing down on my head, crushing my neck. I felt all the bones in my neck snap. And I thought, I'm dead. Not I'm going to die, but I'm dead. So I was like, I let go of everything.
In the same year, Daniel Bedingfield was nominated for 3 Brit Awards and won the award for Best British Male Solo Artist.
The winner is... This is brilliant. I'm so nervous. You ready? Daniel Bedingfield!
Then in late 2004, Daniel released his single Nothing Hurts Like Love.
Nothing hurts like love.
Nothing Hurts Like Love peaked at number 3 on the UK singles chart, spending a total of 7 weeks on the chart. Roughly a few weeks later, Daniel released his second album, Second First Impression, which peaked at number 8 on the UK albums chart, spending a total of 19 weeks on the chart. According to Wikipedia, the album had poor sales compared to his first album, which shot through the roof. In the January 2021 article in the Mirror, it was reported that the reason for the second album not making an impact was due to Daniel having convulsions every few hours and his father having to hold him so he wouldn't damage his spine. This meant that he was unable to properly promote his second album. In 2005, Daniel released a follow-up single from his second album entitled Wrap My Words Around You, which peaked at number 12 on the UK singles chart, spending a total of 8 weeks on the chart. At the 2005 Brit Awards, Daniel Bedingfield opened the ceremony with his sister Natasha Bedingfield and sang the rendition to Shaka Khan's Ain't Nobody
Loves me better, makes me happy, makes me feel this way.
Then in mid-2005, Daniel released another single entitled The Way. However, the single just missed out on being in the top 40 and peaked at number 41 on the UK singles chart, spending a total of 3 weeks on the chart. After the release of his single The Way in 2005, Daniel Bedingfield worked as a songwriter and continued to work with other artists. He worked with British singer Pixie Lott and co-wrote the song Works For Me for American Idol finalist David Archuleta. In December 2010, Daniel Bedingfield spent a month in Tel Aviv, Israel, where he wrote and recorded a song with a local folk band, the Raw Men Empire.
It's not that hard to take away from me. Found a house that we could have.
He ended his visit with the Tel Aviv gig in January 2011. In July 2011, Daniel Bedingfield recorded on the dancehall rhythm Overproof Rhythm. The track is entitled Sometimes You Just Know. According to Wikipedia, the song did get good rotation in Jamaica. Then in 2012, Daniel Bedingfield released the single Rocks Off, and subsequently released his first EP since becoming independent entitled Stop the Traffic Secret Fear, which included the previously released track Rocks Off. The EP also included the track It's Not Me, It's You, as well as 5 additional tracks.
There's this organisation that you have, your global charity, Stop the Traffic, that you do work with. Tell me about the work that you do.
About 5 or 6 years ago, we recognised, me and my friend Steve in London, that nobody had been uniting the clans and very few people had been doing that, bringing together everyone who is fighting slavery and human trafficking in the world.
Daniel then went on to release Secret Fear as a single. The music video contains adult scenes, and according to Wikipedia, the song had gone on to win several awards.
Flame of mine, light of the morning.
In an interview on the South African talk show Expresso in November 2012, Daniel Bedingfield revealed that he produced the music video. In the same interview, it was announced that Daniel Bedingfield was touring South Africa for the first time. Then in December 2012, Daniel Bedingfield was part of the judging panel on New Zealand's first series of The X Factor, which aired in April 2013. Daniel mentored the girls category and was the winning mentor as his act Jackie Thomas went on to win the competition. Despite being out of the spotlight, Daniel Bedingfield continued to work behind the scenes. He co-wrote and sang the male vocals for Second City's hit single I Wanna Feel, which peaked at number 1 on the UK singles chart, spending a total of 1 week at the number 1 spot. However, the song spent a total of 12 weeks on the chart. Daniel Bedingfield also worked with K-pop girl group Spiker and co-produced their first English language single, I Did It. Then in 2015, Daniel co-wrote the song Testify, which was included on Ben Henau's self-entitled debut album, who was the winner of the UK X Factor in 2014. Also in 2015, there was a rumour circulating that Daniel Bedingfield had died. He was forced to reassure fans that he was alive and well after the internet hoax. He tweeted, "So apparently I'm not dead according to Google. Fair enough." So according to the Metro newspaper in February 2016, it appears that the rumour stemmed from a joke made on the TV show Celebrity Juice in April 2015, where Keith Lemon suggested that Daniel Bedingfield had in fact died. In 2016, Daniel appeared on the morning talk show Lorraine Kelly with Heidi Range from the girl group Sugar Babes to talk about their debut in the Western musical The War of the Worlds. In the interview, it was stated that Daniel had been living in America for 8 years.
You're saying you're out writing in America, so because you kind of, I mean, obviously we know you spend time in New Zealand because that's where you're from, but is America home?
I've been there for 8 years.
In the musical, Daniel Bedingfield played the role of the artilleryman. Despite being praised for his singing ability, the Evening Standard described his performance as stiff as a Lego figure. In April 2016, in an article in the Mirror, it was reported that the West End musical came to an abrupt end just after 2 months due to tensions backstage, leading Daniel Bedingfield to suddenly part ways with the company. It was reported in an article on smoothradio.com in February 2019 that Daniel is still making music and writing for other artists, but he prefers to keep a low profile. In September 2020, Hermitude and Daniel Bedingfield released the single Spotlight, which featured on the deluxe version of Hermitude's 6th album, Polyanarchy. Daniel Bedingfield is quite active on Instagram and seems to be doing well, which is great to see. And this brings us to the end of the video. I hope you've all enjoyed. For those of you who made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe and comment down below. I will be back again with another video. So in the meantime, take care and I'll see you in my next one. Over and out.